you're the only one who is concerned with the amount of time on stage.
Oh yeah.
Especially if you don't have like comedians who care about professionalism. That's the greatest way I could put it. But it's like you are the light in the darkness. You have to be the one person. You're out of time, man. Mm-hmm. Come on, hey.
Yep.
There's 15 more people, dog. I get it. You're doing well.
God bless you.
Good. Hey, congrats.
Yeah, you did it.
The 3 people who are still here, they're loving it.
You did it, man.
But guess what? There's another 45 minutes of this. If nobody goes over their time.
They're all gonna.
And they're all gonna.
They're all gonna.
Because now they done started smoking weed. So if you could please. All right. Give it up for your next comedian.
Hit the critical James Theory, yo. Just out look at the critical James Theory, yo.
It was hard. Like I before that, I remember my cousin is like a professional YouTuber person. He like has a house off of it, like
Sure.
millions of subscribers, and he was like way back in like before I started comedy in like 2010. He was just like, "Yo, you gotta
get on.
you gotta get on. Come on, me." Like, and I tried it,
Sure.
and boy, did I feel fucking corny.
That's the thing. It's like I love playing video games, and so being able to marry the two was like, oh, one, I'm in the house, ain't no outside, so let me do this.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I'll play Fallout 4. I played the hell out of that game. I have played the hell out of that game, so it's not like I have to manufacture theories or talking about it. I've played the hell out of this game. I'll play it on survival mode. I've never played it on survival mode before. And in survival mode, you got to make sure you eat food, drink water. You can't fast travel. Like, I'll play the hardest version of this game and do it online. And I got maybe 7 people watching. And I was like, this is trash.
So you gotta be like, oh, how are you today?
Well, I mean,
What
it's not what I recognized is that when I play video games, it's my peace. It's my quiet time. It's where all of the dialogue and everything is happening internal, and I'm expressing myself purely through pressing buttons and interacting with non-player characters.
Mm-hmm.
For me to then also try to be a personality doing this is an extra part of my brain that, like, it's one thing to do stand-up where the only thing I got to do is talk to the masses, just shadows in the room. It's another thing to talk to shadows on the internet while I'm playing this video game. And I was just like, it's not like, not only, like, I could probably do it. I just wouldn't be very good at it. Like, I wouldn't be as entertaining as the people who I watch play video games.
Because they're really into it.
It's an act.
Yeah.
They are. It's an act. They in my opinion, they are doing a thing.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it something I would watch, something I will watch repeatedly. I want to see how you end this game, even if I've played the game, even if I haven't played the game, because you're entertaining when you do it. Even if, even when they're being annoying, like, I'm like, oh, there they go again, being annoying. I'm like, that's a choice that you're doing.
That dumb voice that they're doing, a choice.
That's a choice. That's that's the lore. That's what's bringing me back in. And I was like, I don't. Like, I would be playing, and then somebody would ask a question. I'd be like, oh, yeah, it's this. And then go right back to being quiet. And I was like, I don't want to violate the quietness that I have when I play video games.
That's our shit. Like,
this is what I do to get away.
Yeah, like the act that they're doing. We do that somewhere else.
Right. Yep.
We get that exercise somewhere else. So when we're here, it's like, oh, I don't want to do that.
I'm home in my house.
Right.
I had to do this. Really? Yeah. Even, I mean, but I was on them. What is it? Sucks to be quarantined.
Yeah, I did one.
I did like 20 of them.
I did one. I
had a little green screen thing for my chair.
Yeah.
I was doing the backgrounds. I was in it. It was, I mean, shout out to Cat Mosley and the rest of them. But like, it was definitely a bright spot in a pandemic life because it was like, oh, Sunday I'm going out. Like it was like it's a thing. So I'd make sure I had my whiskey with me and I would have a blast. But like,
I believe one time there was a rib involved, or many ribs.
oh, many times. Oh, many times. That was just one of them things that like they ended up making it a bit. I think I brought up ribs once, and then it was like one time that I actually did make ribs. So I ate them on camera, and then it was like, here go ribs and Darryl. I was like, I guess it's a bit. Okay.
It was a good time. I told one, because like, like, what was it, whatever, for 2019, 2020. Even now, 2020. Like, I'm still a youngish stand-up.
Oh, okay.
I've been doing improv longer than stand-up. So like when they put me up, they was later. And I told what I thought was a pretty tame joke, and everybody was like, "Hey, whoa!" It was about my dead dad, and they were just like, "Hey, man, whoa!" I was like, "Hold on, what the fuck?" Really? Like that's what? Okay.
Hey, you got a reaction. That's all.
I got a reaction out of David James.
And
I was like,
oh wow,
all right,
he's dead inside.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Right.
I haven't even introduced you yet.
Hi.
Hey, folks watching this. This is another episode of Critical James Theory. I'm your host, James Knight, and today I have the man you've been listening to talk for the past couple of minutes with me. He's one of my favorite comics in the city and in general. To be quite honest, he's been on the Travel Channel. He's been on ComedyCentral.com. Tushy commercials. I went to your website. He's a fantastic improviser, comedy sports company member, co-host of the DTF, the Darryl and Tim Marie Fun Hour podcast and live show.
True.
He travels across the country doing stand-up and has opened for the likes of Phoebe Robinson, Janelle James, Tommy Davidson, David Tell, Dick Gregory, and one of my favorites, Patrice O'Neal. The man enjoys a good barbecue rib and might be one of the toughest laughs in the city.
Oh,
Darryl Charles.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
What I mean, you know what I mean by tough laugh. It was hard to get you to.
It's funny.
Laugh for a while.
Is that your lived experience?
That was me.
I'm
this
sorry.
Is for me because I was like, I can't remember like telling Keen. I was like, I'm gonna get him.
I'm gonna
get him. I was like, I don't know. He was like, all right. I was like,
okay. I wouldn't suggest anybody do that. I tell my students all the time, like, do not try to write jokes for the comedians in the back.
No,
these are broken people.
Yes,
they are. I don't even know what my mental state was in when you put yourself on that journey. I'm sorry.
I remember when it happened.
Okay. Well, at least it happened.
It was an improv show.
Oh, okay.
It was study hall, something like that.
Oh, okay.
And I remember
we were on stage together.
Yeah, we were on stage together. And I brought you on as a doctor, and I said something about it was a rap. There was it was Tia's show where they have like rap songs.
Okay,
yeah, it was like
hip.
No Diggity, and
No Diggity.
And in the song it had something about leather guts. And so I put you on as a doctor, and I said something about they replaced my insides with leather guts, and you broke a little bit, and I was like, yeah.
There you go.
But no, I don't advise anyone to try that. We were all
because it's not just that we're broken, and that's true, but it is like, especially like at an open mic, it's like ain't nobody there to be like enjoying their time. Like regular citizens are there to be like, oh, we'll just check out some comedy. But comedians are checking their notes, they're in their phones, they're trying to schmooze with the person they think is going to make it. There's a lot of different things that are happening there that have nothing to do with your comedy.
Right.
So if you go out with the intent of making those people laugh, you will end up bringing up like shock material, like the worst, darkest, most horrid shit. And what will happen is you will try that out in front of a regular room full of, ticket-paying audiences, and these people will look at you with horror because it's like, why would you even bring that up? And there's a lot of fun to doing that. I like to do it in a lot of the topics I bring up to, play with that horror factor. But if you are just trying to make a small group of people laugh, hey, God bless you. Give it a shot.
I hosted one open mic first for grand opening, grand closing.
Oh yeah, just one. That was
I
it.
was just like, I'm not doing
you
this
gotta stick
again.
it out.
There was some people in there that I was like, all right, I know you, you're fine, you good. Like, but there was a couple motherfuckers. Like the first guy I brought up. First guy, now I'm gonna set the scene for you. We had just done a show, and it was in West Philly. It was like it was in an alley, but it was like this mother and daughter tandem had like zhuzhed it up into like a bar area, and it was a really nice little place. And they had, brought us in. We did like a good show. It was a lot of funny people. It was me, Marcelly. There was Alyssa who was on there. And I did the open mic at the end of the thing. Marcelly was like, I'm fucking out of here. And the first guy I brought up did a ramp jump.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
you still have 4 minutes and 45 seconds.
Hey. the open mic host is the light in the darkness. I always tip my hat to the people running an open mic because it is the most thankless job. You go up there first with your little whatever minutes. Nobody cares. It's like, it's so much easier hosting a show than it is hosting an open mic because really nobody cares. Like, it's hard to kill from that position. I mean, I've done it. No, it can happen, but like, it's not the greatest position to like show up and destroy. So you just go up there, you do your thing. Then there's that extra thing of like, do I do practice material to try to get this crowd feeling good about the decisions that they've made, or do I treat this like an open mic? And there's that, and then you're the only one who is concerned with the amount of time on stage.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you don't have, like, comedians who care about professionalism. That's the greatest way I could put it. But it's like, you are the light in the darkness. You have to be the one person. You're out of time, man.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Hey.
Yep.
There's 15 more people, dog. I get it. You're doing well.
God bless you.
Good. Hey, congrats.
Yeah, you did it.
The 3 people who are still here, they're loving it.
You did it, man.
But guess what? There's another 45 minutes of this. If nobody goes over their time.
They're all gonna.
And they're all gonna.
They're all gonna.
Because now they done started smoking weed. So if you could please. All right. Give it up for your next comedian. And then back to it. Here we go.
I used to get in my feelings a little bit when like I would be asked to host a show, like even if it was just like a regular show, because I'd be like, "Well, why am I not?
I ain't no goddamn host.
Why am I not? The first or maybe the middle or something.
Right.
I know I ain't at the end.
I'm not headlining, but I should be the first one out there thrown to the wolves.
But it's like, it's not a bad thing.
No,
it's actually, I'm not gonna say it's the best thing, but it's a pretty solid compliment. Like it's like you're the first line of defense between people coming in. They're sitting down. They maybe just got out of a dinner. They've been parking. They maybe drove from Jersey or somewhere else. They're weird. They have this restless energy. So you got to kind of be like, you got to be tough enough to be like, hey,
right. There's a specific job. Like one, hosting is a great skill, and it's transferable to hosting other things. If you can host an open mic, if you can host a stand-up show and have it be good, you can host a fashion show. You can host a panel talk show. Like just being able to set a crowd up to be like, this is the cycle. I'm going to say something. Y'all going to respond, and it's going to come back to me. And I can do that with jokes. The number of opportunities that you are, in my opinion, qualified for grows. But, yeah, going out first sucks. Whether it's hosting or just being the first one out. But I know Chip Chantry teaches the 101 at Helium, and he always says to the students, and I believe him. I'm not going to say it like
You did say
this is the line of bullshit he be throwing that. But he's like, I picked the first person because I picked somebody who I know it's going to work. Like they're not going to go out there and absolutely tank.
Yeah.
I'm not just throwing people to the wolves. I'm actually trying to set up a show for everybody's success. So like being first isn't whatever, but they always made me first on that damn quarantine show. It sucks to be quarantined. They made me first, which, so, to some degree, I was like, really, I don't get no chance to like settle in. I don't get to judge nobody. I could go at first. But what that meant was after I was done, I didn't have to worry about staying sober. It wasn't no get it together, Darryl. You on in 5. It was like, oh, okay. Sunday night just started.
Oh man, so how long have you been doing comedy, man?
Too long. Too long. I should be dead.
We're glad you're not.
Yeah, well, okay.
I'm
glad other people think that. I think this is 14. I think this at the end of this year will be 15
in total.
In total, okay. Yeah. And I started doing open mics when I started taking improv classes, so I've been doing both for about the same amount of time.
Yeah. And where did you start?
Philly.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, my first open mic was at the Laugh House.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like I said,
I saw a show at the Laugh House when I was in college. I think it was in the early 2000s. Was it still, am I thinking of the same place?
Oh yeah.
South
Street.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I remember. I did not watch. I mean, I watched a ton of comedy on TV and stuff like in my childhood, and watched a lot of HBO specials and stuff like that. But like before, I was like, oh, let me go try being a comedian. I think I saw Paul Mooney at Helium once. I don't think I ever went to the Laugh House, like until it was like open mic night. Mm-hmm. Then I went. And then I think like after that, I saw some like Wednesday, Thursday shows. But I don't think I ever went there like on a weekend to see like a headliner show. And maybe I'm the reason it's not open no more. I should have worked harder.
I don't even remember who I saw there. It was like a date night. It was my college girlfriend and her parents. It was.
Oh, that's fun.
It was a fun night. It was a fun. I just don't remember. This is my earliest foray into comedy too. Was in the improv. Was like I talk about this a fucking lot, but. I grew up Jehovah's Witness, so I wasn't a great one. So like,
that's I don't know. It was like a moment of growth for me was when I recognized that like there are backsliders in every religion, and it was like because I think people think that like every Muslim is like devout. Like there's no room, and then I like met Muslims. I was like, yeah, I don't give a shit about none of this stuff.
It's like I'm eating a handful of gummy bears right now.
Like, son, like this my dad makes me do this, and I was like,
right.
You too,
yeah.
It was like that, and it was like, oh yeah. Like yeah. Anyway,
religion. We will talk about that because that is one of my favorite things to talk about. But I was like, preacher's son.
Oh, that's not the same.
Well. No, but
like preacher's son, like the preacher kid, that's a different level of
it's a different
expectation.
With that too,
yeah.
But I was known for like Jehovah's Witnesses. When you go on dates, when you're of age to date, they're taught that you can't date for recreational purposes. It's only date.
Oh, sure.
Get married,
right?
So when you do that, you can't be alone. Because you'll give into those fleshly tendencies.
You might recreate.
So you take a chaperone, and I was a good chaperone because I was a bad chaperone.
Oh, okay, that's funny.
They were like, "Oh, we'll take James," and then we start out like,
"I talk to y'all.
I'm out of here. Y'all do your thing.
Call me when it's time to go. To catch me over here.
Yep. Or if we are going out to dinner, like I might have dinner. It's on you because you need me,
of course.
And then I'm out. Like fucking be alone with your lady. Like what the fuck,
totally.
Like, so like we went to Comedy Sports way back. It was the early 2000s, and I did not enjoy myself. I didn't. That was my first introduction. I was like, man, what the fuck did I just watch, man?
Really?
The fuck? I was like, the fuck that? Jerseys on and shit. I was like, I was completely over it.
Just done.
And then like years later, here I am, short farming it up. Not for Comedy Sports, but
I mean. Yeah, first time I saw Comedy Sports, it was because I was like, oh, I want to be a comedian. And the girl I was dating at the time was like, have you heard of Comedy Sports? And I was like, no. And then we went, and, first thing I thought was, I could do this. Like, that was immediately. And I think that's what happens with improv. And I wasn't saying it with derision, a little bit of derision. But, I do think that's what happens with improv. It's like you watch it, you enjoy it, if you enjoy it, and then you keep watching it, and you go, I probably do this, and then you take a class, and then you stop going to shows because you in shows.
Yeah,
and then that's and that's the
Me and-
cycle. Then
me
you
and my-
teach classes.
you earning a living and paying bills with it. Fortunately and unfortunately,
you're giving it your all. I say that. I wouldn't go as far as be like you're paying bills with it. Like,
circle up.
you working hard. You working hard.
Yeah, I don't mind
You buying a couple meals.
gas money. Pay for that Jimmy John's down the street.
You know what? We eating tonight on me.
No, you want 2 blue cheeses? Done.
Hey, it's on me. Because I teach improv.
Dude, that is like when I first started taking classes, it was also at the suggestion of a girl I was dating at the time, who's still my best friend. And like I was doing these fucking sketches with my roommates with like hand puppets. And we had built like a green screen studio. We were just goofing around learning
That's
editing
awesome.
software. And like I noticed I cared a lot more than everyone else.
Have
I was
the
like,
show sense.
I
What's
was
going on
excited.
with
I was
it?
like, we can't come home. Everybody's on the couch smoking weed, watching TV. I'm like, yo, I got this
Gotta
idea.
get
And they're
these
just like,
puppets. Come on now.
I don't give a fuck. Like we did that yesterday.
I'm
I'm like, yeah,
relaxing.
but
Yeah.
today
Today.
is a new day.
All right.
we got some shit.
That purple one is the dad today.
This lion, he's a stripper.
Yeah. So you gotta move your wrist.
Yeah, you gotta,
gotta
you
get
know what I
it.
mean?
You
This is
gotta
the
get it.
body wave right here. This
Stop.
is
He
and
was
nobody
way
cares.
stiffer yesterday. It's like, what are you talking about?
I was watching footage from the other day. Like nobody gave a fuck
Yeah.
after a while, and then my girl was like, they got schools for this. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Everybody go to school for
Like,
this.
you crazy? And she was like, look.
Yeah. Go bother
She was
these
like,
people.
Go be weird over here. And I was like, okay. This and no bullshit. Comedy is like, comedy is probably the only thing I'm on time for, or early.
No. I was notoriously late for school, and especially once comedy kicked into gear, I was notoriously late for my job. The thing is, my job had flex time, and once you told me I had flex time, you could never call me late again. They'd be like, Darryl, why you coming in so late? Flex time.
Straight face.
It's like, yeah, but what?
It exists.
It's flex time. I did 11 to 7. That's 8 hours. Yeah, but most of us come in at 9. But we're all on flex time.
Mm-hmm.
Is anybody complaining? Well, people can't find you, but they know when I'm here, though, right? So, seems like a moot point. Couldn't tell me nothing. But like for comedy, yeah, I'm. It's rare that I'm ever like right on time or late. Like, if so, I've gone over it with you ahead of time, and it's because like it's most likely because like I have something else I got to do, and it's like I'm on my way straight there. But like, yeah, especially, I mean, it's not hard to be an on-time stand-up comedian. You just gotta be there 30 minutes before the show starts, before anybody's gonna be like, hey, where's like. That's it. So it's not
It's a low bar.
It's not tough, right? Exactly. Improv's a little more because they really do treat it kind of theatery.
Yeah.
Whatchamacallit, like burlesque shows, drag shows. Those are a little more extreme, just because they treat it way more like it's theater, and the majority of those performers need time to get in the face and to do costumes and all that stuff. So like you'll get like a 2-3 hour call time, but it's like for stand-ups, it's like. What do you need? You need me to talk into the microphone I'm talking to anyway? Yeah. You could fix it while I'm talking.
Right.
It's fine. We'll talk about it while you're doing it, if that's what's necessary.
One thing about burlesque shows that I love, too.
They pay you.
Like oftentimes, right there.
Like, I told a punchline, and a man put $20 in my hand, and I said, listen, another person do this, I'm taking off my clothes. Be careful with this money.
Shows.
Be careful. Because I don't think you understand. I get paid, especially back then, I was like, I got $25 to host at a club. You put $20 in my hand for one joke, we go together. We go together.
What you doing after?
Huh?
This?
Daddy.
Shit. Oh shit, yeah, man. That and like at the whoever and 95% of the time, whoever's hosting it is gonna be like, oh yeah, before y'all go,
Oh yeah, sure. Because they're paying a premium for tickets, and they
bow. I'm like,
and then
right there.
right there,
I don't have to email you. I don't have to send you a Venmo request. I don't have to have a weird text
cash
thread.
business out here.
Bow.
Yep.
Here it is.
Yep.
Respect.
Yeah, respect, and they respect the performers with money, but they also do a lot of telling the audience that is what it is.
Yeah.
Before the show starts, during the show, and after the show, like they're never spending a lot of time off message.
No.
When it's like the way that this works is, one, you gotta hoot and holler.
Yeah.
And two, throw money at us while we do the things that make you hoot and holler. Because I've been, especially, I've been doing this too long. But like when I've seen like someone has the bright idea to have a stand-up show with a burlesque headliner, but they don't do that. They don't tell the audience, hey, it's time to hoot and holler. It's time to thing. And then the person just goes up there and does a dance to silence.
No.
And they doing the teasing and they doing the to nothing.
Dropping it, doing the
dropping the tassels.
Move.
They biting the glove off. They put their finger in somebody's mouth to bite the glove off. They take the stocking off the foot. Nothing. To just the music. And it's like, it hurts.
Poured his head in the background.
It just blasted. Only people that cared recorded this 7 years ago. And then at the end, polite applause. Oh. And the thing is, like, because audiences aren't primed to do that kind of stuff. So it's just a different thing, but they have to work on that message. And then, burlesque shows and those people have their own audiences, so like they're used to doing that. And I think the same thing applies, where it's like people go to burlesque shows, they really like it, they go to more, then they're like, I could do this, and then somebody's like, well, I teach a class, and then boom, there you go,
you dropping it on stage,
but you learn how to drop it first.
You got that right.
Yeah, they teach you how to do the tassels.
So how did you get like involved in like the burlesque scene?
Oh, I've never really been. I'm just a fan. No. I've never really been, but like,
like you do a show.
Yeah,
with,
exactly. I do a show with Tim Marie.
How did you guys how did you guys meet?
Oh, well, we met because
better way to phrase that question.
Yeah, about to say, like, I know burlesque dancers, but like I've never really been in the scene to know much about it. But like, we met because they were doing a show for, I think it was Philly Sketch Fest, but it was like before the actual festival. They were doing like a fundraiser show, and so they had the bright idea to do a sex-themed show. So it was like a bunch of comics, and they're all gonna tell their sexiest jokes. And the added thing was that Dr. Timmery, who has a doctorate in human sexuality, is going to give some kind of a sexual presentation before my set. I headlined, and she did the set before, and so she gave a presentation on sexual paraphilias. Kinks. It's the Latin term.
I knew that. That was just
sure. Yeah. Obviously. Yeah. So like just things that people are turned on by, and just like kinks. And so she gave a great presentation, with pictures and lists, and it was funny and informed and all that stuff. And then I had to go do my set, and the first thing I said was, that was a really thorough presentation, because there was like 3 things on there I didn't know. And there were like 15 things on there that most of the crowd was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I didn't know anything about that. I didn't know that like the internet made it easier for people who really like centaurs to make porn. I didn't know that. It's like one of those things was like, you should know that. Like, it's not that you should know it, but like it's common sense in a way. Like, yeah, like now that they made Tumblr.
Oh yeah.
Now it's easy to find your mermaid porn.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
It's like I've never looked,
but you can find it if you want.
But if I wanted to look, that you could find. And it was like, oh man, and I didn't think about that. It was like, yeah, that's the thing about the internet that made it easier for people to find this stuff. And I was just like, yeah, I didn't know that like centaur porn had like a kink. So like there was a name for it. And I was just like, huh. But like I knew about like Vor and all this other stuff. And so after the show, we were both just like, hey, I see you. And so that we became friends, and then Fit had a contest to debut a show, and they did like a March Madness thing.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, and then we entered, and then we won.
Oh yeah! Shout out to Fit.
Yeah, man.
It's a thing still.
It's a thing. I think so.
Take a class. So you started in Philly, but like are you from Philly? You're not from Philly.
I went to Temple.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm from Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're at Brooklyn.
Brownsville.
Okay. So you've seen
Home of the
some
Brave.
shit.
Yeah. Me and Mike Tyson.
You, Mike Tyson, MOP.
Yeah. Yep. Me and Mike Tyson, MOP. You know, us tough guys. Instead of robbing people on the train, I did zip zap zap. But yeah, no, from Brooklyn, and then I went to Temple, and then I got a job, in the Philly area, and then I got into comedy.
What kind of kid was Brownsville Darryl?
I was a nerd. I was always a nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was into video games and comic books.
Were you like an in-the-house kid, or were you like...
Yeah, I was in the house because that's how you play video games, and that was where you read your comic books. I mean, like, like any kid, like, you went out, you played basketball, you had friends, you go to Burger King late at night and whatnot.
Because my grandfather used to call me a house cat. I was in the house so much.
Oh,
Were
yeah.
you that, or were you like outside? Like, you might find Darryl outside.
Summertime.
Okay.
Yeah, if I was there, but even then, like, summertime, my mom made sure that we weren't in the city. She was like, nah, ain't nothing but trouble out there, so y'all could go hang out with your aunt who's somewhere else. So, like, yeah.
It was outside of New York?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like my aunt I had a couple aunts in the military, so it was like, wherever they at, that's where y'all going.
Oh, wow.
And they got backyards. So
you had
guess
to make
what?
your bed in the
You're going to
morning.
be outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, you had to fold up the sheets. What you mean, make your bed? It was a bunch of cousins. All in that house. You folded up the sheets. You folded up the comforter that you laid down on, and you folded up the sheet that you covered yourself with.
How many siblings you got?
I got 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But then cousins is
plenty.
Plenty. A plenty.
I'm an only child, and I got a lot of cousins though, so they're kind of like my family.
Oh yeah. Like yeah. It was like me and 2 of my cousins are all within like 3 years of each other. Mm-hmm. So it was pretty much we sending these kids to the other kid. Like it was like that kind of thing. And that was how we spent our summers, to not be in the streets.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I liked my I'm not very close with a lot of them anymore because everybody
Oh yeah, I think
goes their certain ways.
that's so funny because it does feel like there's a part of me that's like, man, I should have been like there for them. But then it's like, no, these are adults, and
they've got shit.
Right? They got their own lives. Ain't nobody sitting there pining over where the hell is Darryl. Like, and you shouldn't be like. They got their own life. When you see each other, it's fun. It's love because it's love. It's family. But like, yeah, it's fine.
So we're not doing the.
Yeah.
Once a couple older family members start to die off.
Oh yeah, that's when it
we
really.
We're not meeting.
No.
At anybody's
We
house
can't go to their house no more.
Nope.
They did.
And if we can, it's sad here.
Right. Yeah. Totally.
Over it.
Totally. But like the cousins that were around my age, we got like a group chat and we chit chat. And then my little sister made a group for something. I can't remember. Was it her birthday? It's very funny. Like or her kid's birthday. She made like a WhatsApp group to just be like, hey, it's a particular thing. And then it just became the family chat. Because somebody put the aunts in.
I see.
Like it was the cousins at first, somebody threw on in, and then now it's just the family chat, and now we get random YouTube videos about managing your mortgage, and it's fun. It's fun.
It's fun stuff.
I've turned off the notifications, but it's fun.
least not like my family group chat where you find out that we got like we got black Fox News aunts and stuff. You know what
yeah,
I mean,
like, yeah.
It's like, oh, this is what we're. Oh
yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, y'all didn't know that the problem is the Fed.
Ooh. I didn't know this is where y'all went in the past 10 years. Like,
oh, dude, that's the thing that I love about going home, is that I get to yell at my uncle who is pro-police and pro-Trump, and you know what I mean. Like I think that's the spice of life, man.
Yeah, it does.
Being back around
we all
them
gonna
people.
agree on, like,
right. I mean,
it's boring a little bit,
but like I don't know, but my family's Caribbean, and so I grew up as a kid at family parties where they would yell at each other about the topics of the day. And sometimes it was football teams, but other times it was geopolitics. And they would yell at each other and curse each other out and say, don't ever come here again. I'll kill you. All this stuff until the next party when they would come back and do it again. So, like, it never made it. Threats were hurled, but nobody ever took them.
It's a love language.
Right, it's a love language. Like, somebody would take it too far. You'd be like, that's why your husband's cheating on you. Like, somebody would do that, and they'd be like, yo.
It's like, all right.
And then it'd be like, never come back again. You know what I mean? Like, that would happen, but that was always a part of it. And so, like, once I turned 21, man, I showed up hot. I showed up hot at Thanksgiving. I said, yeah, I'm drinking out here. I brought my own liquor. And guess what? You don't know nothing about the economy. I was hot. Because I felt it was like a rite of passage. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm an adult now, and I can't wait to interact with the adults that I've looked up to as an adult. And they humored me in the beginning. Like, it was cute. It was like, oh, look at Darryl with his thoughts and opinion. And now they're like, really, man?
Like, come on, man.
We just trying to eat this ham.
It's like, no, let me talk to you about the evils of capitalism.
Right, so, sir. I just want some mac and cheese. I'm tired.
It's been a long month.
The economy's crushing us all, Darryl. Let's not bring it up now. Can we say grace?
Well, about grace, do you know about?
Do you know how it started? That white man built his heaven on your land and told you that yours was in the sky. Did you know that?
God, that was me at around 22.
Sir, can we just hold hands?
Nope. We gotta talk about this right now.
We can wade in the water a little bit. You want to talk about that? Really, Darryl. Please.
Oh shit!
Oh man,
I love that. That is 100% my life as one of the few Jehovah's Witnesses in my family.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's always time to argue about this. I argue with my mom. Let's see, my mom's in an assisted living facility, not doing great, but we will find time to argue.
Sure.
About this.
That's the joy of life.
It is.
These are the people that I love.
You want me to cut you a piece of pizza afterwards?
Yeah,
I got you.
I'm gonna accept you for whoever you are, but I can't wait to tell you how wrong you are about this thing. Because if I don't do it, then you are gonna be unleashed on a public that doesn't deserve your scorn.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. I've been trying to make it stand up for forever, and I think audiences, white people, just get tight. They just get tight about it. Because I'm like, it's your responsibility. Like, I can't fix your uncle's racism. I'm too black.
Yeah, you're not going to listen.
My skin is too dark.
Yeah.
He doesn't trust me from the moment I open my mouth.
Immediately doesn't trust
So,
me.
who is going to challenge him? I can't outperform his racism.
You have to do it, Kelly.
You can. Because he still calls you his booty bear or whatever the fuck.
Booty bear.
He's still got a cute nickname for you.
Yeah.
Use that against him.
Yeah.
Because you're the only one that could do it. It's your fault.
Yeah.
Especially if you're an adult. It'd be one thing if you're a teenager. Yeah, all right. You can't. You could. But you know what was the most fun thing? Oh, man. The most fun thing about the whole, George Floyd, Sandra Bland, all those deaths that happened in 2020 and 2021. I know.
Bring this in.
But the greatest thing about it was how they increased the funding. No, sorry. That's Thanksgiving talk. No,
Hey.
we do a comedy on a podcast. No, my favorite part was when the videos of kids challenging their parents, like the cop parents.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, so you be out here really just disenfranchising communities, Dad? They'd be like, nah, I'm just, I'm a cop.
About redlining, huh, Dad?
Yeah.
Like, no,
No, what do you mean?
I don't work in the...
Well, I was looking on the internet. You telling me this isn't true? The 73rd precinct didn't do all these things? And like, he'd be like, oh, I got to go to PTA meetings. They got to stop teaching these people.
We got to burn books.
We have to stop. What are they reading? Because I'm looking like a villain for killing a couple brown people.
I'm just a guy.
This is America. Like, oh, man, every one of those videos made my heart sing.
Although they were short-lived and they...
Oh, yeah, totally.
It was a month at tops.
Yeah. The kids put the parents put the net nanny on the phones. It was like, we shutting this all down real fast.
Yeah, once they started to realize
parental rights.
Yeah,
this is ridiculous.
Yeah, like, are you gonna stop paying for stuff if I keep this up? Oh, I'm gonna shut up.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
We'll put these boat shoes on and shut the fuck up.
Wait, how does Granddad make his money? Yeah, I don't think that they deserve rights.
Right. I need a PS5, so
hey, every man for himself.
So long, you know what I mean?
One people, but PlayStation 5.
Yeah, come on, man.
Hey.
Like they only putting out Spider-Man for the PS5, so I can't.
I need one.
Like I can't go back.
I already got the Xbox.
Like I can't go back. I'm gonna play Suicide Squad.
I haven't. I'm so hesitant to.
People are very. I don't know if it's everybody, but just I came across it as a loud minority, or I don't know, but like
right.
they're really
feels like there's a review bombing going on.
Yeah, they're really upset about them highlighting, women being on the development teams and like trans people being on the development teams.
Oh, really? I didn't. You know what? I haven't heard anything about the development.
Or like the
teams.
game's too woke or something. It's like that. It's like it's not even.
No. Okay. No. All I've heard is that the game is, it's a looter shooter, so it's just like run around, shoot stuff, and collect things. But then also you got to pay for the good stuff,
of course,
or grind for hours, which is like how games are nowadays because capitalism's killing us all.
Baby.
But yeah, that's the complaint I've heard about it. Is just that like it's
probably the more rational.
It's not fun. But like I wish I would have heard more about like we have a dynamic and diverse team of people who put this game together.
It's so weird to be for me. It's so weird to be upset about.
But it is funny because I feel like
it's very funny though.
Well, it's funny because I think like WB Games was like, look, they're starting to complain about how many times we asking them for money. How many blacks do we got?
Yeah, can we put a?
Do we got seeing somebody with a dress and a beard? Can we put them on camera?
Can we put that purple flag, that variation of purple?
Hey,
that flag.
Look,
put it up there.
We just need to showcase who made it,
right?
And then forget about what we made.
Yeah,
and it's like no, you can do both.
And that's the thing that's the thing that's so stupid. It's like they're not. The people that are upset about it, like they're doing it because it's capitalism. It's like it's not to piss you off for them. Like it's because these people are spending more money and they notice
these games are expensive to make.
Yeah,
all of these people have 401ks.
Yeah, they're like they have more money than you right now.
Right, they're good jobs.
So we're gonna make stuff now.
So we need to generate capital with these games.
Right, it has nothing to do with any political agenda. It's all money.
Well, and then the thing about having a more diverse workforce is that we start getting games that showcase the broader essence of life because there are more people behind those games, and like I can totally understand how that would piss a racist off, but I celebrate their being pissed off. It makes me happy inside, and it's like we'd spend the world would be better if we spent more time just laughing at angry racists. Like, not following them, not engaging with them, but laughing. Screenshotting and pointing and laughing, just deriding them in ways that cannot be monetized by fucking Google AdWords.
Say, hey, man, this is a video game. You mad about this?
You mad about a video game?
Video game.
Check
man.
it out.
It's pixels. It's polygons. Like
you mad because they are darker brown than you used to? They're taking it away from you, huh? That's wild.
The only thing that I'm all right with people being mad at is the same fucking black hairstyle in every fucking game. That I'm like, all right, man. Like I did notice it too.
Oh, I
it's
mean,
stupid, but like
totally. I mean, the older I get, the more
what
I'm
are we
like,
gonna do about it?
well, hair is hard to do.
It's
but
a lot.
again, you just probably need a more diverse set of animators to do it because it was the
You
idea
got that
was that
Killmonger file. Can you just copy that and send it over?
That's all you gotta do. Like, look at the NBA games, the NBA 2K games.
Mm-hmm.
The fucking Madden. You know how many different black hairstyles is in there? A lot. You know why? Because it's sports.
Yeah, it's mostly black players,
and they all have different hair. And guess what they had to do? They had to come up with ways to animate it.
That's right.
Now again, it's about the depth and the amount of pixels and all that crap. But it's like, yeah, if you try, you'll succeed.
Yeah.
It's not like it's hard to find black people.
Yeah, you work with a couple that you haven't noticed.
I'm sure you do.
You walk past them every day.
You wouldn't recognize them on the train.
You'd be scared of them, actually.
Dog,
I saw
that happened to me so many times.
Yeah.
Especially in grad school. Like, just we on the way to work together and then just like, hey, what's up? And you just see the glazed over like, oh my God, it's a black. And you like, wow.
It's me.
No, I wouldn't.
No.
It's me. I would just stare at him. I would make him uncomfortable. I would watch him shift. I'd be like,
Then you walk into the same building.
then when we get like up the train, I'm like, hey man. They'd be like, oh, Darryl. And I'm like, you told on yourself.
You ever had that happen in the workplace?
The day I went to quit my regular job, I put my 2 weeks notice down, and then I walked in my boss's office because he just wasn't in the office. And then I was walking out, and then he walked by me. And so when he was like, oh, hey, I need to, and he just completely blew by me. Like he didn't know who I was. And I was like, you don't know who the fuck I am. And it's not, it's like he was managing a group of, 15 people maybe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We were engineers. They weren't all black. They weren't all black.
Right.
They weren't all black. In fact, there were two of us.
Mm.
Yeah. It's like, sir. And so it was just funny. Then I had to follow him back to his office where he sat down, then picked it up, read it, and then he looked up and it was me. I was like,
yeah, man.
yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
Bye. Yeah. Yeah.
I had at my last gig, I was a contractor. So I'm in the office doing IT work. I'm in there most days. And there was a new hire coming in. And they were showing them around and were knocking on the doors, introducing them to everybody. And it was, director at a nonprofit, white director at a nonprofit, traditionally not very good people. So
historically speaking.
So she's like, "Oh, this is the one I was telling you about." And I was just like, "Ooh,
oh, what did I do?
The one, huh? The one. What?
Yeah, what did I do? What's my special talent?"
It was like, oh, because, and then to dig the hole deeper, there was only a couple black people there and only 3 black dudes there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm towing the line. So she's like, no, but then, and she dug it deeper. She was like, yeah, but you and Jerron. And I'm like, so it was.
What are the things that we have in common?
Yeah. It was the one, huh? It's like, well, he just does the IT. And then moving on. I was like, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a macro aggression.
Yeah.
That's a macro aggression. That's a big one. That's not a
funny one.
That's not a, yeah, that's that's where you should contact the federal government about that.
There was one different old white lady. We were walking towards each other in the hall. Keep in mind, I've worked at this place for 5 years.
Sure.
Walking, crossing paths like this. She looks up and she sees me. She stares at me for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what was that? Ooh, clutch your purse?
That's good, right. Because it's 9 a.m. and you always in here at 11. That's why I was shocked.
It was there. It wasn't like you were looking up and you turned a corner and I was
Right.
there. That I get.
Sure.
That's just normal.
Yeah,
stuff.
you get
That's human
spooked.
behavior.
But it was because she
But
saw
no,
a
this
spook. It's so different. It feels different.
I was like,
Oh, and that's something. I can't wait to
Definitely.
lock my doors in the parking lot when you walk by.
oh man, white people.
It's
I love you.
the water we swim in, baby.
I love you. I really do. Shout out to my family. We're gonna take a quick little break and then we're gonna come back and talk about some theories. Hey, but you know, like you said in Paid in Full, I love a game.
I love it.
I love hustle. It's mental illness. is what
Hustle
it
don't
is.
love me.
No, the streets don't love us at all. we never win. The streets always get their money and blood. And speaking of paying bills with funnies, I forgot to mention that Darryl's album, The Black Gentrifier,
True.
go buy it.
Yes, please. Buy it. You can also stream it if you think I deserve 0.03 cents for my comedic works. And plenty of people have, and I am thankful for each and every one of those. You got 0.03% of my respect. But buy it. You can get it on everywhere that you can get it. I'd appreciate it if you bought it. I do actually make money from it. I have paid the label back, so I get most of the money from your purchase. So I appreciate that. Or if you happen to be in Philadelphia, you should come every third Friday to CSE Philly, where we do DTF Darryl and Timmery Fun Hour. We are back. We are live. It is the greatest sex education comedy game show in the known universe. We got Marcelly's on the next one in February. We got great guests, great conversation. It's a fun, positive atmosphere where we talk about all the fun liquids that come out of your body when you are having fun by yourself and with others.
And while we're on that, patreon.com/criticaljames because hey,
Help.
you know, please
Help.
let's not put any other seasoning on it. Help.
Also, yeah, I mean, you know, we have DTF the podcast. That's also a thing you can go find. We're on Spotify and all the other streaming services, and we do have a Patreon where we have an exclusive podcast called DTF Book Reports, where Timmery and I alternate with a book review of a book we've actually read, and I have kept myself to actually reading books. I'm not just letting audiobooks happen. I actually read books. We got stuff on the blood donation, the world of blood donations. Got stuff on how political satire and outrage media are really one and the same. We got stuff on murder families from the Western expansion. We outside. So
It's diverse as fuck.
yeah. Because it's funny because Timmy and I are good friends, and we do this show about sex all of the time. That it's like, we have other interests, so let's
Not
talk
just horny
about those.
motherfucker.
Right, like, and obviously the conversation is going to tie back to a lot of the things that we tend to talk about, but yeah. So that's DTF Book Reports, a Patreon exclusive for the people who want to help.
Please just I'm gonna use that as my tagline. Just like plug the Patreon because help. You get it?
You did, huh? Help, please.
Well, like we know you. You got it. I feel like that uncle in Paid in Full. Like, hey man, I see you out here shining. You got it. Speaking of theories, you got something for us?
This has been played out. I have seen this played out over and over again, and I don't know what happened, but I think it's happening again. Maybe I think we're on the tail end of it. I don't know what it was, but collectively, and I can only speak for the northeastern United States, but I'm just going to say collectively, we all forgot how to drive out of the pandemic. Everybody forgot how to drive. And what used to be an hour and a half in February of 2020, by June 2021, it was like 2.5 hours. People forgot how to drive. There was so many times I was late because it was like 5 or 6 accidents on I-95. And I was like, as a world, we have lost the recipes. People forgot.
We're losing recipes.
We're losing recipes. People forgot. It's just the same. It's also at also at like comedy shows. People forgot how to be audience members. People thought they could just be in their phone. People thought they could just talk to you. Like, yeah, we were losing recipes. That's the unknown factor in that damn, safe at home shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think,
and I don't know what happened. I mean, I guess COVID was back up, but yeah, the past 6 months, people forgot how to drive again.
We wasn't like in the house that long. Like
It depends on who you were.
Well, it
depends on who you were.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I was back outside before the vaccines, so I bring it up all the time. But I was back outside before the vaccines. But that's because I'm a comedian.
Hey, we got it.
And dog, if people was going outside, I was trying to clown in front of them.
You need jokes?
You
need some fun?
You wanna? We could do it in the field.
Yeah.
Or do it in the parking lot.
Do it on the back of this truck.
I will. I don't even need a mic. I'll yell at you. I will yell at
From
you.
Here, just
from
the diaphragm.
Use my diaphragm only. If you will put money in this bucket that I will split 7 other people. Help.
Help. You know I'm gonna call this episode just help.
But yeah, I was outside. But yeah, people lost it. And for some reason like the end of last year, them travel times just went up, and it wasn't construction, it was the people.
Yeah. When I was in California, one thing I noticed is that when somebody is closer to where they are from, you get to see a truer version of themselves, or like a more racist version of themselves.
I feel like this is a very specific story.
Well, no, I mean it is, but it's like, oh yeah, like everybody has like in there wherever their community is across the country, every ethnicity has some other ethnicity that they're just like these motherfuckers.
Oh sure, yeah.
Behind the thing, and I learned out there it's a specific ethnicity.
Sure,
that's not really that prevalent over here. And I was just like, oh, I grew up with maybe one in my school.
Sure,
and I was like, oh, but the group was out there. The Armenians.
Oh, okay.
But it was, and I was just like, oh, y'all being racist. This is
right.
ridiculous.
With the stereotypes that they have about those people.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh, this is ridiculous. And then I was out there for a month. Not saying that they were the only ones.
Right.
But I was just like, God damn, like, motherfuckers out here just don't know what they're doing. Like, we were all at a stoplight, a fresh one. Motherfucker just said,
Oh man, yeah. Especially
there's a cop right there.
Yeah, especially doing comedian hours. I've seen all kinds of wacky things take place on the road. People just
broad day.
No, middle of the night. Well, broad day. The thing that always struck me about being home broad day and like driving around was like The Walking Dead. Like when there's just like, hey, opioid addiction is bad. But when you see somebody nodding off in the middle of the street, like at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's just like, oh, it's bad out here. Like,
I made it to Market Street.
Like, oh no, like, and and it's not like by a row of stores where they selling it. Talking residential.
It's outside of Kensington.
Just in the South Philly streets.
There's a Sprouts.
Not near Snyder.
This is a Trader Joe's.
There's nothing but houses around. It's nothing but houses around.
Christ.
Just middle of the street, my guy?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I got once.
Like,
I got laced once.
Oh.
Early 2000s, North Jersey, weed. I believe, based on what I know and understand, it was either heroin laced marijuana, or it was what they call dippers.
Oh yes,
It was one of those two because I couldn't function. Like I couldn't. Like I know what good weed is.
Sure.
2006, you wasn't getting that
drugs
good of weed.
is drugs though.
This is drugs.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Right.
I'm
done.
Yeah, like I had to talk to my body to get it working, and it still really wasn't. And I was like, this isn't right.
This is different.
I don't know what's going on.
This
here.
ain't weed.
And of course, my friends were of no.
They was on the same stuff, but
I think that they were into this shit.
Right. I mean,
Because-
somebody had to be. Like, that's always the weirdest thing. Like, I mean, the fentanyl stuff is crazy, but like, ain't nobody giving away drugs. And ain't nobody like trying to be like, I got you with drugs. Like that stuff costs money.
Yeah.
There's no economical reason to surprise somebody with it.
Just tell me.
Like if somebody likes it and wants to, spring it on you, that's different. So like one of your friends was into it.
Yeah.
And it was
girl
the
I was
one person
dating
who
was
was
into it.
dancing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
it was
was
the
into
one
it.
person who was having a blast.
She was into it. She was ready to fuck. She was like, yeah, I'm trying to fuck. Get in the shower. I was like, I can't.
I can't move.
I can't move.
I
I
shit
can't wash myself. And because I'm in my early 20s, so I'm like,
I'm ready to go all the time.
all right, well, I guess I got to figure it out because I got to get some pussy. So
Let our powers combine.
I'm in the shower like,
Legs.
I'm in the shower just like, fucking,
Give it a shot.
I'm weak in the Bernies myself and everything. I'm just like, fuck.
Come
So
on.
I get something together.
I got wet.
I got something together and I'm out. And she's like, all right. And I remember I'm just in the bed like
But you were hard.
I can't get no
Nothing.
nothing. I'm nothing. She tried to roll me on top and I'm just like,
I don't know what you're
good
doing
luck.
out
I'm
here.
250. Good luck.
I hope you in the breath play.
Yeah, because it's not gonna. I had the nerve to be mad at me in the morning still. I said, bitch, you laced me.
I was drunk.
You don't care about my well-being.
Not at all.
We have to end
Well,
this soon. Because
Because I'm going to get the get back.
I'm gonna get back. I'm not gonna leave
I'm
on
not
it.
going to leave it on this.
I'm not gonna leave on the down.
I'm leaving on exclamation point.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you know that this ain't.
This is you tried to leave it on an interrobang out here.
That's an exception, not the rule.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Yeah, we get a couple more and then I'm out because you don't really care about me, lady. And listen, it's easy to kind of get into this the opioid because like I almost got legitimately knowingly into it because of the one time I had real good insurance at a job. What? Is that laughter from experience?
No. It's just funny. It was like, when I could afford the good stuff.
Look, when I had the real good insurance, I had a flu. And I was just like, I don't know. I'm just here because, I got insurance. I don't know what. Here's some cough syrup. Boy, howdy. What's that? Whew.
Had you not coughing.
Boy, I said, you know what?
This might be me.
I'm going to see what they talking about. I brought me some soda. I brought me some Jolly Ranchers. It was that thing like a chemist. Like, all right, let's see it. And I was like, I think I might like this. And I have 5 refills.
Ooh.
I got to the 3rd one, and I was like, I'm constipated all the time.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
I gotta quit.
Yeah.
This.
I've never liked opioids. I've never tried to abuse them. I've only had them, prescribed because of a thing. But I had a surgery to get a lymph node removed, and when I woke up and I was at home, like I couldn't pee. Like I was like I had to pee, and I couldn't pee, and I was like I don't understand what's wrong with my body, and I just went back to bed. And then when I woke up, I looked it up, and it was like when you are on opioids, it's harder to use the bathroom. They put me under and all that stuff. So like, I couldn't pee that night. I woke up the next day and peed, but like, there was like, and you will not be able to poop. And like, I thought I was going to die. Like on day 3 of not being able to poop, I'm like,
it's terrible.
This is
Kill me.
I was like, I don't feel well. and I'm gonna go outside to find some Imodium AD in a food desert. Like I'm going outside, and they're gonna find me on the ground, or I'm getting my Imodium, and I'm handling this myself. And then I saw they seen a couple commercials for this, but it was like laxatives for people affected by opioids, and I was like, these are some of the most evil people in the planet.
Yeah, instead of just trying not put more opioids out, we're just gonna make sure you can see put more opioids.
So hey, you know, we get it. It's uncomfortable sometimes.
You still want to be high, though.
Yeah, What's more uncomfortable?
Them shakes?
Reality? Or a little constipation?
Dealing with that childhood trauma? You look them demons in the face?
You don't want to think about it, do you? So just take this, poop a little bit. Get back out there.
Yeah, come on.
Get back out there.
A little bit.
Them TVs ain't gonna steal themselves.
It was bad. Like, because I was like, oh no, like, I like this, and
I didn't like I don't like the feeling of Tylenol. I don't like the feeling of, I think like Aleve doesn't bother me so much, but I get like really like anxious, like in my body. Like I said, a weird feeling. I just don't mix well with opioids. But when I had to be on like Oxy for stuff, I would just sleep. Like there was no fun to it. Yeah. Even like NyQuil. Yeah. Like I get a little woozy. The first time I had NyQuil, I was like, oh wow, because I was playing Tony Hawk. I'll never forget. I was playing Tony Hawk. I was sick. I was playing Tony Hawk, and I was like, oh, I'm getting a little woozy. This is fun, and I just fell asleep. Like I thankfully, it's not been a problem for me. But
for real, I do sympathize.
I get it
because I think maybe because it was the cough syrup, and it was like I don't know if I've ever had an Oxy or anything like that.
Sure.
Like, I think it was
codeine,
the codeine, and it was like, I'm not drinking it straight out the thing. You kind of
mix it with some sodas.
I don't know if that and the sugar was kind of bouncing around.
Lil Wayne was popping.
Then I noticed I'm in the apartment for 4 days.
Hey, it's a party.
Whoa,
it's a party.
I gotta go to work one of these days because they are paying me.
Yeah, right.
And this is the insurance that I'm.
After a few days, you have to send a letter in
like,
from a doctor that's like, this is why they're not back. And we gave them drugs that should make them fine to come back.
It did not make them fine.
Well,
my cough wasn't that bad. I did not need that. That was the problem, too. I didn't need it.
All right. Oh.
My cough wasn't that bad. It was, But he was just like, here you go.
Welcome to the good insurance, baby. This is a whole different world out here.
I was like,
you're doing well for yourself. It's a different America.
Yeah. It was.
You got the sniffles? Cocaine. There you go. Dry it up.
Yep.
Real fast.
Yep. Get rid of that. Get rid of that.
Let me know if you need some more.
Because it's here. It's here.
Because we got it.
I got it for cheap.
Got that thing on me. So.
I got a white coat and I got that thing for cheap.
Hey. It's a different America.
It kind of makes me like kind of glad I have shit insurance.
Yeah, right? Now I got to work harder for it.
You saw that thing about it was some NBA player who I guess he needed a couple more days on like as an NBA player to get insurance for ongoing for the rest of his life.
Like for the player association, whatever. Yeah.
And he was like, I guess he's got 2 or 3 kids with autism. And he was just like, hey, can somebody just sign me to a 10-day? Nobody did. They had Charles Barkley on the NBA on TNT like, hey, man, can somebody just sign this kid?
Helped his man out. And
nothing.
Damn.
Everybody's like, well, and I think most of the people missed the point. Everyone's like, well, he made millions over the course. It's like, that's not the point. You shouldn't have to be that much of an overachiever or that much of that little bracket of people
like
to have basic necessities.
And it's like if the NBA is at all a brotherhood or a fraternity or an organization that cares about the people who put their bodies on the line, you recognize that the rules are a bit arbitrary. And if somebody is 10 days shy.
It was like 3. And he just was like, just give me a 10-day shot because that's what they hand out.
Right, exactly. Just give me something fast.
It was like 3 maybe.
I'll never play. And they was like, yeah, not in this economy, buddy. Sorry.
That black kid on the internet that just does this, and he makes more than everybody in this building.
Yeah. Yep. That's tough.
That's rough, man.
That's tough.
Well.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Does it have to be the NBA? Could he have gotten in like the G League or something?
They could have just.
A lot of times they're not giving them people that insurance anyway. But
they contract. They got 1099s.
They're right. They write them checks. They write them.
He said, "Don't forget to pay your quarterly taxes."
Yeah, you better, because we ain't doing that. We claiming everything.
Yo, that last 5 years when I was a contractor, it made me learn a lot about all this shit. Mm-hmm. It's a joke. It's laughable, really. Like, you mean to tell me you're gonna tell me I got to do this every quarter? I got to pay quarterly taxes. You're not gonna tell me how much though.
Nah.
And if I'm wrong, you're gonna
coming for it all.
You're gonna either come for it all, or I might get arrested.
Yeah.
Have at it.
Taxes,
have at it, killer.
Taxes, baby.
What?
Hey.
What?
Taxes. What you gonna do? They got you.
Forever. Uncle Sam.
You gonna try to sovereign citizen yourself?
Uncle Sam don't even do that. Uncle Sam don't even spit on his hand.
Not at all. Not at all. And you got to tell him thank you when you finish.
Yeah.
When he finished.
Yeah. Clean yourself up.
Clean yourself up.
Pig. It's
like, you're right. Man. Hey, there's no reason to insult me. What? Nothing.
Pig
thank
says
you.
What? I'm like, oink.
Yeah, right.
Oink, oink.
Tax time coming. Omar side.
Yeah. Hearing whistling.
Omar coming. I'll put it away.
Hollering around the corner. Omar coming. Leaving my little CD.
Put it away.
You stay in, not to put your business, you stay around there, right? Baltimore?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where I live.
Yeah. Kudos for like the comedians that travel. Like,
sure.
Because like, I mean, Delaware is not Baltimore, but
right.
It's not I just can't wake up and yawn and go to an open mic either. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, totally. Yeah.
It's a bit of a trek.
Yeah. I mean, it's always nice when you travel for work. Like even, when I had my big boy job, traveling for work is always fun. And when you can travel for something like comedy, which is like, I actually want to do it.
What is wrong with us?
It's the best, and try to soak up every ounce of the experiences, and try not to just be I'm just going to live in the hotel room or the motel room or the Airbnb and just go to shows and that's it. Like, try to be a tourist and go see things and whatnot.
You don't want to willingly put yourself in 23-1, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Voluntarily lock down yourself. And shit.
Yeah. Like go and do
yard time. All right.
Which is nice. Like, shout out to Roper's Ribs, lovely rib joint in St. Louis.
Ooh.
They came and saw me, and then they were like, "Come out," and so I did, and they gave me way too much food.
Hell yeah, there's no such thing. What are you talking about?
I almost missed the next day of shows.
You was just so knocked out.
I went back to that room and ate myself into a coma. I woke up like, oh no!
Mouth dry.
Barbecue sauce in the bed.
It's the life, honestly.
I mean, hey, I'm outside. Such a good time.
Hell yeah. What is wrong with us? Because I got a little, like, the couple of times where I did travel for comedy, I was like, yeah. And really.
Oh, man, like that first, my first, what was it? It was the North Carolina Comedy Arts Festival. If they still around. But we Rookie Card was the name of the improv team I was on, and we all, put money together, got a hotel room, and decided to go at the A-Loft, and we went, and we were comedians for 5 days.
Goddamn right.
Couldn't tell us shit.
Yep.
That feeling of like, we did the workshops in the daytime. We would do shows or go see shows. Then we go drinking. Couldn't tell me nothing. Man, I was naive. Naive. Losing money. Hand over fist.
Just losing money. Just
paying for my own vacation to be like, I'm doing it, y'all.
Right.
Fuck out of here.
To sign a wall in the green room saying I was here.
Wasn't even. Wasn't even.
One day someone's going to see my name on this wall.
Yeah. That's like the only people who care about that wall are going to be the next people who buy that building and go, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, this is...
I guess we got to put black paint on it?
You put like 2 coats? I don't want to see this shit.
This is ridiculous.
A couple motherfuckers use gold marker.
For real. It's
in the grand scheme of things, it's nothing. Like, we're losing money. We're paying for our own rooms. We're paying for gas. We're paying for food.
But we're alive. We're alive. We're doing it. We're pursuing our dreams.
We are the dreamers.
We are the dreamers. That's the thing. If you can't get behind that, then they tell you to get on Prozac. So you got to get behind that. You got to be like, I'm living out here.
I'm living, man.
I'm doing it.
I'm doing it. Will you pass me them SSRIs?
Help.
Help. Help.
You got it.
Anything you want to plug, man?
I did already, but yeah, DTF, Darryl and Timmery's Fun Hour, every third Friday at CSZ Philadelphia, 10 o'clock. So it's a late night show. It's BYO. So bring your own. We definitely bring our own. Mm-hmm. We definitely drink on stage and off, and we have a blast. Such a good time. Yeah, and follow me on the internet, please. I'd love to get my followers up because apparently those are the numbers that count. So
we don't matter.
If you could do that, that would help. I mean, you could I try to make funny videos on Instagram and whatnot. You could try to do that, but just follow me. That's really, if I could just get that number up.
Yeah.
If you laugh twice, come to a show, but follow me on Instagram, please. At Darryl_. But all that information is on my website, darrylcomedy.com.
Yep. And I do have a show at Comedy Sports.
You do?
A monthly show.
Yes.
That I never plug, and I'm going to do it right now.
You should.
It's every third Saturday. I do a night shifts comedy showcase.
Yes.
Where we do it's a variety show. You don't know what you're going to see. You're going to see some improv, some stand up.
I was there for not the last one, but the one before that.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Hell yeah. That's the thing. And more importantly, patreon.com /Critical James Theory. Help. Please. Please. And patreon.com /
I don't know what it is.
Darryl and Tim
However,
Reed's Fun Hour.
You go to DT Fun Hour on Instagram and Twitter. If you go there and hit our link tree, you could definitely find the links for all the stuff: the live show, the Patreon, the DTF reports, and all that.
Not only are we comedians, but we're website builders too. We have to be.
We're out here, entrepreneurs. You gotta do everything.
I
got CDs on me. You hear me? I have Black Gentrifier on CD on me right now. I will have them until I'm in the ground. So if you want a CD, come and see me.
Bars.
I didn't even.
Brownsville.
Look, we outside. Home of the break.
And I'm going to end the show like I end every time, in the words of the great Brendan Mitchell. Bye, niggas.
Just sound luck, hit the Critical James Theory. Hit the Critical James Theory, yeah. Just sound luck, hit the Critical James Theory, yeah. Hit the Critical James Theory, yo. Just sound luck, hit the Critical James Theory, yeah.